This presentation is brought to you by Smoooth Productions.
It is another wonderful Wednesday night sports delight because this is ladies' night.
Let your hands up when the beat drops.
Happy hump day. And guess what? I started the show not on mute. Hey, it's your girl Bunny. Welcome to another edition of Ladies Night here on the Platform Sports Talk Show. And of course, we're on all social media platforms. So if you want to interact with us, make sure you are logged onto Facebook under the Platform Sports Talk Show. We're also on X, formerly known as Twitter, IG, and of course on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and click on that bell. Also on Hot 365 Radio via the app. And of course, we are still twitching. Now, if you just happen to miss our live show tonight, don't worry. Catch the replay on Sunday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on Hot 365 Radio. Again, this is Ladies Night, first Wednesday of the month, but our fellas are holding down on the Man Cave on the last Wednesday of every month. So I'm glad everyone has everyone is tuned in. We got a great show tonight. Different topics to talk about. But of course, somebody want to pop in on Mommy doing her Wednesday night sports delight. But of course, I'm not by myself. We got somebody who happened to just have a birthday and she's still on her birthday tour. Now, she knows Bunny was right, hence my subtitle down there. But I'll let her get her tuned in to see. Listen to me. I'll let her tell her story of her birthday adventures over the last few days. So come on down. Without further ado, Miss Jayonce.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I like that energy. Yes. It's your girl, Beyonce, with her birthday tiara on, because, yes, it is still Virgo season. Let's go. Yes, just coming back from New Orleans, baby.
And every time they talk down there, I love Nizzy, baby. Yeah. The men don't met, baby.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yes, loved New Orleans. Shout out to the NOLA. It was amazing. Had a great time. Did everything we could do in 5 days that was to be done down in New Orleans. So New Orleans owes me nothing. I came back upset at the food in St. Louis because I feel like I've been lied to my whole life. I mean, everywhere we ate at was good. It could have been the hole in the wall to the fine dining. Everything was great. Sorry to my trainer right now because I have to weigh in on Saturday. So I'm going to try and do some kind of magic detox cleanse or something, but it was worth it. It was worth getting cussed out Saturday. So I'll just look forward to that.
Okay, cool. So, since you say you had to weigh in on Saturday, how much good eating did you do? Did you pick up any heavy lifting on the body because you ate good?
Man, did I? Yes, I did. And I had every piece of seafood that I could think of while I was down there. Everything was seasoned up to perfection. So, yes. But I walked a lot. So, to me, that was balance. I did go look at the gym at the hotel we were staying at. They had nice mirrors. I didn't use any equipment, but I did see where it was at to be like, yep, that was it. But yeah, I'm still on my Virgo tour. So now it's time to celebrate St. Louis style. So get to come back, do ladies' night. Got some activities for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Twilight Thursday. If you're in the loop, that's my unofficial birthday party. So I'm inviting everybody out. And then Friday, we got the Breezy Bowl in town. So it's going down. I'm getting me some Red Bull and a nap. Try and fix that in somewhere. But yeah, let's go.
All right, let's do this then, honey. So we had you had a wonderful time in NOLA celebrating your birthday.
Yeah.
Being 40 fun years old. And then the next weekend to see Chris Breezy in town. You don't have any time to breathe in between, honey.
I know, not at all.
Your title says.
In New Orleans, it was the 20-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. So if y'all haven't saw the documentary on Netflix, definitely go check it out because I feel like that is a blueprint of what they will try to do to St. Louis with the tornadoes that happened in May. So just check it out if you haven't, but it was definitely nostalgic to be there. Went to the 9th Ward, went to the levee, drove around the neighborhood, all of that good stuff. So while we kicked it, we turned up, but we also learned a lot of culture, a lot of history down there. So well-balanced trip.
Well, good to hear. Well, I'm happy for you all. And yes, even though we don't have a levee break that happened 20 years ago when Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, having that tornado hit through North St. Louis does give you remnants of that. Because I literally on Sunday drove down Union. I haven't been that way. Look how big my eyes got because I just couldn't believe all the houses still that have tarps on them, all the debris still on the ground, still some of the trees. It's like that was back in May. This is end of August, and it's still looking like it just went through there.
Yeah.
I was like, my goodness. So yes, shout out to all the people who are still dealing with it. And I say shout out because you're still standing, you're still persevering, even through the setbacks of not having a home or, people have got misplaced, still need help. So just keep pushing through it. Just like the residents of New Orleans that had evacuated, some did return, some didn't. I remember some that got placed here in the St. Louis area. But just keep pushing through. And this is why people do like sports, because with all the regular stuff going on in the world, you get a break when you can tune into a sports game, a sports match to get your mind off of it.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to the coalition group here in St. Louis that are helping like tornado victims and just homeowners with insurance companies. So definitely a lot of resources here. Basically in the documentary for Katrina, they were saying how people was buying up the land and basically screwing them over with the insurance and just the claims and all of that. So I guess I'm just saying it to stay woke and find out some good resources. So again, I know personally members of the coalition. Y'all can look them up on Facebook. They're out there every Saturday helping residents to just be equipped with the information they need. It's a nonprofit with lawyers, etc., insurance adjusters, and everything like that. So good resources. So that's my plug in for them to help us out here. So we don't want to wait until a documentary comes out about it. Like, let's start doing some action things right now. But speaking of too, being in New Orleans and sports, baby, they have a loyalty that was unmatched because it was a LSU game at the time when we were down there. And I ain't never seen so much LSU head to toe. When I say head to toe, the socks, the shoes, the hats, the earrings, like everything. So shout out because they are some diehard true fans. Like I thought I was a fan of my teams, but yeah, it's untouched. So shout out to LSU. And hey, Miss Dub. Oh, she said hi. Bunny, you here? She on mute. So anyway, okay, So yes, had a great time. B-Day, LSU, all the good food and good eating. A time was had, but we got some good topics to talk about for sports as well. So y'all come on in. So we're gonna kick it off with the what's in your cup. I actually had a red cup today because I think I'm grown, y'all. Since it's still I'm on my B-Day behavior. Normally I have I got my water bottle like close by, but I got a red cup today because I'm grown out here in these streets. So what's in my cup? Y'all see, I'm representing my Minnesota Lynx shirt. And y'all already know what it is with that. I want to talk about, because what's in my cup is I want to talk about the Minnesota Lynx game against Seattle and the level of pettiness that y'all know I absolutely adore. I'm repping the Lynx, but I don't know how in the world y'all let them come back and whoop y'all like that. Like what was happening? What's going on? How we do that? I think Seattle was down by 21 and came back and beat the Minnesota Lynx. But this is the level of pettiness that I live for, because after y'all know the Minnesota Lynx always do the little electric slide after the game. So they team did the electric slide, and I was like, wow, that's a whole different level of pettiness. But in response to that, Courtney Williams' dad did a whole little TikTok, just like kind of like snapping his fingers, jamming out to some music. But in the caption, he wrote like, y'all, something to the lines of like, y'all doing all that over one game, or whatever, but you ain't in the playoffs. And I was like, bloop. And I'm like, not the daddy over here getting in it. So I love it. But that was my fun. It was amazing to watch them just go back and forth in the pettiness of it all. So I live for it. That was what's in my cup today. But I didn't get to see the game, but when I went back and watched the highlights and saw, like I said, the petty party that was going back and forth, I loved it. Absolutely. But yeah, so that is what's in my cup. But we're gonna definitely talk more about the WNBA for sure. But that level of pettiness, So, but we already know the Lynx is holding it down. They sit very comfortably. So it is what it is. But I'm like, what happened? Y'all just went to sleep? What was going on? Why I even let them, especially on home court? Like, why? Why are we doing it? So, but shout outs to them for that. Okay. All right, my partner in crime is handling some things right now. So, what else we want to get into? I know y'all seen the whole the USA Open and all of that was going on. I don't think we ever heard so much about the Open as we did this year. So, that's crazy. We definitely gonna get into that. And if you don't know Taylor Townsend, if you didn't know her name before, we know it now. So shout outs to you, Taylor. TT, what we call her. Shouts out to you, but we definitely got to get into that and get y'all thoughts on how that is going down and what's going on with that. Um, then what else we got lined up today? We definitely gonna get into the NFL as mentioned earlier, but we got a hot little lineup for you. I did all my research, so I'm ready to let y'all know what's going on in these streets. For the WNBA, let's see what else can I talk about with them. Oh, be sure to tune in on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to the Platform Sports Talk Show. Every first Wednesday of the month, you have ladies' nights where the ladies who love sports are holding it down. And every last Wednesday of the month, we have the Man Cave with the fellas give you their takes on all the sport topics going on. But be sure to check us out on all social media platforms. You can check us out on Hot 365 Radio, of course, Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe, click that bell so when we go live, you will be notified. Now I'm hot. My red cup is working, y'all. All right. Well, while we waiting on my partner in crime to come back, I guess I can tell y'all more about my New Orleans trip. If you've never been, definitely go put it on your list of places to go. We stayed at the Nopsey Hotel, and I think it still is a Black-owned hotel, but it was amazing. Perfectly located, so you can walk to Bourbon Street, all that kind of stuff if you want to, but it's like close enough but far enough. You know what I mean? Bourbon Street was interesting. Is a lot going on, but it was still good. I like it because you can catch any type of vibe that you wanted to catch down there, from if you wanted your trap music, if you wanted your NOLA music, if you wanted live jazz, R&B, like whatever you was in the mood for, you can find it on Bourbon Street. So I love that. And then we went to Frenchman. They said Frenchman is where the actual locals go. And so we headed down to Frenchman. Again, it's like I guess, mini Bourbon Street, but it is more, I would call it like a level, not so young. I don't know. But it was good in regards to a lot of live bands. It was this drummer. Oh my gosh. He was so amazing. Like, but definitely good vibes, good times. So definitely put NOLA on your list of places to go if you have not been. The next time we go, definitely want to go to a game because I can already tell the energy is amazing. So definitely looking forward to that. And last but not least, we went to Popeyes. Uh-oh, we got my mama talking now. What's going on with Mizzou football quarterback? Will he live up to the hype? Good question. Since it's Mizzou, I'm gonna say yes, he is gonna live up to the hype. But also we gotta tune in next week for that show. But what y'all think about LSU and Clemson too? Again, that game was a great game. Like I said, them people was 10 toes down about LSU, but I don't really know. I don't know if they gonna live up to the hype either, but we'll find out. All right. So now we're going to head to my NFL picks. Oh, producer, play the video for me of the previous show's NFL picks so we can hear what the right picks will be in a minute when I give y'all mine.
AFC North, Ravens, AFC East, Bills, AFC South, Texans, AFC West, the Chiefs. The wild card on the AFC side, I can see Travis Hunter making a difference, so the Jaguars can possibly sneak in. Even the other one, possibly the Steelers, because they almost did it last season. So, yeah. Moving to NFC side. The North, the Lions, the East, the Eagles. Sorry, the
I'm about
South.
to Greg, he'll give you a hug.
Nah, I'm gonna come back though, because yeah, we'll come back with the East, but the Eagles, the South. That's a toss up. Honestly, it's a toss up, but I gotta pick somebody. We can try the Bucks, right? And NFC West. San Fran. Now, wild card. The Commanders and McDaniels doing what he's doing, and they actually, again, I put Philly, but I can see it flip flop. But I can definitely see Commanders doing the wild card, and the other one, would they come from the North like the Packers? I can see that. I'm rooting for my boy to finally slay the dragon. Please, Ravens, slay the dragon. Finally beat the Bills. Definitely X out the Chiefs. Come on, Ravens. Come on, Lamar. It's got to be your year. 3 times the charm, right? All right, at the NFC again. Can they be repeat? The Eagles, with Saquon Barkley still there and no injury, they can repeat, y'all. I'm telling you. They could be the new dynasty. Watch out, Chiefs. Somebody's coming for your dynasty. They can't be the Eagles.
And the winner between the Eagles and the Ravens are
the Eagles. The bird against the other bird, but the Eagles. They can repeat. I said it. They can repeat.
So my 4 division winners are going to be in the AFC: Ravens, Bills, Texans, and Chiefs. And the 3 wild cards are the Bengals, Broncos, and Chargers. And so the Steelers will miss the playoffs. I said it. Fight me. In the NFC, I mean Dallas, right? So I'm going to say Green Bay, Dallas, Tampa Bay, and Rams for my division winners. My 3 wildcard teams are Lions, Eagles, and Commanders. So championship game will be Dallas and the Ravens. If not Dallas, let's just say something happens. I think it's going to be one of the other NFC East teams. So either the Eagles or the Commanders. And I have the Ravens winning it all.
So for me, AFC is just like yours, Annie. Ravens in the North, Bills in the East, Texans in the South, and Chiefs in the West. For the wild card, I have the Bengals, I have the Steelers, and I'm going to go ahead and say you're going to be surprised by this one. I'm going to say Las Vegas Raiders. All right, NFC side. Now, this one here going to be a little spicy, but predictions, got to have fun with it.
Sure.
NFC North. I'm saying the Bears.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that's valid.
I am saying the Bears. NFC East, the Eagles. NFC South, I'm going with the Falcons. And then in the NFC West, I got the Rams. For the wild card, I have the Commanders. I have the Lions. I'm probably gonna go ahead and give the edge to the Buccaneers. Everyone knows how I've been critical of a certain QB from the AFC. That yes, he's very talented. Yes, he's won MVPs, but he hasn't gotten over that hump. I'm going to give him the opportunity to prove me wrong by putting his team in the Super Bowl, and that's Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. In the NFC, I am going with the Commanders. They are going to represent the NFC. The winner between the Commanders and the Ravens, I'm going with the Commanders. So, Career Black, I got you.
AFC North. On the north side, I have Cincinnati taking that division. All right. We go to the east. On the east side, I got Buffalo taking that division. And on the south side, I got the Texans taking that division. And on that west side, I don't want to go with these dudes, but I would be crazy if I didn't. I'm going with KC. I'm going with KC to win that division again. Where I go
All
to
right.
next?
Your 3 wild card teams.
My 3 wild card teams. I'm rolling with Buffalo, Cincinnati, and KC.
Okay. And who is your conference champ coming out of the AFC?
Conference champions coming out of the AFC will be the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right. Now, same thing for the NFC, brother. Who you got coming out of the
NFC in the
divisions?
North, we're going to roll with Green Bay coming out of the North.
Wow. All right.
Yes, we're going with Green Bay. Coming out the East, we're going to roll with Philly. I'm going to be a realist. I know y'all didn't expect to hear that, but yeah, I'm going to be a realist. We're rolling with Philly. Philly's going to win the division. In the South, I'm going back. I'm the Bucks. The Bucks going to do their thing again. And in the West, the LA Rams.
Okay.
Can't believe I said that either.
I can't either, but hey, I ain't gonna argue with you. So who are your 3 wild card teams coming
My
out of the
wild card
NFC?
teams are those LA Rams, those Philadelphia Eagles.
Can we do both? Yeah.
And those Washington Commanders. Those are your wild card teams.
You already picked LA to win
And you picked Philly to win the division too.
Yeah, he did that on the AFC side too.
Well, my bad. That's how I had it. If I did it wrong, I did it wrong. It is what it is.
Man said they gonna win the conference and still be a wild card.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Man Cave where anything can go down. Okay. So who do you have as the conference championship to face your Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl?
This is a stretch for me. And it took me a long time to think about this. And it's a decision that I don't know that I stressed about for the last 5 minutes when I put my list together. So I'm rolling with, of course, my Commanders. We're going to the bowl. You know what I'm saying? We're going to the bowl this year. We got money. McLaurin, baby. We got money, McLaurin. We going to the bowl. We signed our man. All right.
Okay, now, real quick, and who do you have winning the Super Bowl between your Commanders and your Bengals?
Come on, y'all. It's no other way I can say this, man. The Washington Commanders are walking away with a Super Bowl championship this year. Before we move back to DC, Jaden Daniels will give us our first Super Bowl win since 1991. We don't have to watch any more VHS tapes. We don't have to listen to no more old school hip hop. We can actually listen to some new school music and celebrate Super Bowl championship in Landover, Maryland. We're gonna do it before we get back into DC, man. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen, man.
AFC North. We got the Ravens. I got the Ravens coming out of the AFC North. AFC East, I have the Buffalo Bills. AFC South, I have the Texans. And the AFC West, I have the Chiefs. The wild card teams, I have the Bengals. I have the Steelers. and I have the Chargers. Yeah, I like, I think Harbaugh is going to bring another team back to the playoffs. And coming out of the AFC, I have the Buffalo Bills. All right. And then we go over to the NFC. NFC North, I have Lions. NFC East, I have the Eagles. NFC South, I have the Buccaneers. And the NFC West, I have the Rams. My wild card, I have Green Bay. I have the Commanders. And I think the 49ers are going to make their return. Yep. And and coming out of the NFC, I have the Rams winning the conference championship.
Now, who's hoisting the Super Bowl 60 trophy?
Now, remember when I said, Josh Allen had a good chance of winning one in his career? Not this year. Rams win.
I knew that was coming. I said he got a chance. Not right now.
Give me Baltimore, Buffalo, Houston. I'm gonna go against Mahomes. And I'm gonna take that kid out there under Sean Payton. I'm gonna take Denver.
That Oregon quarterback, baby. Bo Nix.
I'm gonna take Denver. Now what I got? What, 3 wild card teams? Give me Cincinnati. Give me my Dolphins. Give me Kansas City.
Okay. And then who's your conference champ?
Conference champ. This gonna be, I'm gonna take Buffalo as the conference champ.
All right, I like that.
If Josh Allen don't get it done this year, he'll never get it done. He'll never get it done.
Yeah, this is his year.
Never say never. Just think about John Elway.
Hold on, Sadal. We ain't got to the part where we discussed that.
Okay.
All right, and then over on the NFC, give us your divisional picks, your wild card, and then your conference champ.
NFC North, man, that's if I had to give it to somebody, honestly, truly, I'm gonna give it to Detroit because they'll come back healthy as far as defensively wise, because they was hurt defensively last year in the playoffs. So give me Detroit. NFC East, give me Philly. South, Baker 2.0. In the West, the Rams have showed me, really, really showed me that they are there. They are there on both sides of the football, not just offensively. They are there on both sides of the football defensively. So they come into play for 4 quarters. The Rams are coming to play for 4 quarters. So you better put your helmet on, strap your chin strap up, because they come into play. Wild card, Green Bay, Commanders, and I'll say I'm gonna go Seattle. I'll take a reach. I'll take Seattle.
All right.
And
then who you got going against the Bills in the Super Bowl 60?
Oh, I would love to see Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen go at it. I would love to see Philly Buffalo.
And then who's walking away with the Lombardi?
I think Philly got enough to do it again. As long as they're healthy, I think they got the blueprint to do it again. They may have lost some pieces, but when you can lose and reload, that says a lot. That means they're doing something right as far as player personnel go. They're doing something right over there.
Out the AFC North, I've got the Ravens. Out of the AFC North, excuse me. Out of the AFC East, I've got the I'm gonna go Buffalo Bills. I ain't gonna do no S disturbing this season. Out of the South, I have the Texans. Out of the West, I have the Chargers. I don't know what it is. I feel like Jim Harbaugh is gonna do a great regular season. He'll be out of that first round, but well, I guess second round technically. But that's my pick. My wild card picks are gonna be the Cleveland Browns, the Tennessee Titans, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I truly feel like through some weird Florida water magic, Travis Hunter is gonna save Trevor Lawrence. Through some crazy Florida water magic, they gonna get in at what is that? 9-8.
This boy,
The other teams are gonna be worse. They gonna get in at 9-8. Now I said wild card. I ain't say it was gonna be amazing.
you
I'm
cannot
giving them 9-8. I'm
alone.
giving them 9-8. Y'all acting like I'm saying they're gonna be the cream of the crop. I'm giving them 9-8. They barely gonna get in there. I'm giving them 9-8. That's why it's the wild card. You barely made it.
Go make your picks, baby. Make your picks.
And then my AFC champion will be the Buffalo Bills. And let me tell you the reason. Haley Steinfeld. I'll explain that later. Now, the NFC, out of the North, I've got the Vikings. Out of the NFC East, I've got the Eagles. Out of the NFC South, look out for them Falcons. And out of the NFC West, of course, I'm going with the LA Rams. Now, my wild card picks are going to be the Detroit Lions, the Washington Commanders, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But coming out of the NFC to face off against the Buffalo Bills will be the Los Angeles Rams. My Super Bowl 60 pick cannot get any better than this. In Levi Stadium, when it's all said and done, when all 4 quarters are played and the clock hits 000, the team hoisting the Lombardi Trophy will be none other than the Los Angeles Rams, baby. Oh, how sweet to win in the home of your rival. That's all I got.
So, what you all just heard was the NFL predictions from the main show and the man cave. So, last but not least, drum roll, you will get Jayonce's NFL predictions. And unlike the NBA, I will not be wrong. Was it the NBA when I was wrong? I don't know what it was, but Bunny is not going to be right. That's all I know, whatever it is. All right. So for AFC North, I am going with the Baltimore Ravens. AFC East, I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. AFC South, I'm going with the Jaguars. AFC West, y'all already know. I gotta go with KC. I have too much KC merchandise right now, so I need to get all my wardrobe together. All right. You want me to go to the wild cards or go to the NFC first, producer? Okay, my wild cards for the AFC. I'm gonna go with the Bengals, the Texans, and the Broncos. The conference champ will be the Baltimore Ravens. And heading on to the NFC. For NFC North, I'm going with the Bears. For NFC East, I'm going with the Eagles. NFC South, the Buccaneers. NFC West, I don't really want to, but it's more important for me to be right than who I like. But I'm gonna go with the Rams. I don't know. I still don't like the Rams. I can't get with it, but whatever. So for my wild cards is nobody picked this group out of what I heard, I don't think, but I'm gonna go with the Giants because why not? The Detroit Lions and the Packers. So those are my wild cards. The NFC conference champs, I am going with the Eagles. And for the Super Bowl, the winner, I have the Baltimore Ravens. I think they're going to do it this time. So those are Jayonce's NFL predictions. So we shall see, because y'all already know if I'm right, or at least more right than Bunny, she's getting a shirt made. And that's all that matters. So up next, we have Filed Out. So this is the segment where we just talk about something or someone, a topic in sports that we think is just messed up, where they was real foul and acting up. So of course, for my Filed Out, I have our girl, I think her name, I forget how to say her name already, Helena Ostapenko. So if you didn't see the clip, I think we have a clip here that we're going to share, and we're going to get into it. Soon. All right.
Wanted to finish with a flourish there, and didn't she just do so very well to handle a moment when 5-3 down in the opening sets of this one. No love lost between these two. One thing you know for sure, Taylor Townsend ain't for backing down.
Not at all. You can see that emotion coming out of Taylor there. The entire court on court 11. Taylor egging it on. You love to see that competitive fight. All she's been through.
So y'all know, y'all heard this. I guess reportedly she said no class and no education to Taylor Townsend. So want to ask y'all what y'all think. Is this a racism thing, or is it just poor sportsmanship, or is she just basically a hater because she lost, or all of the above, right? So Helena has went out and gave her apology after the fact, stating that she was saying no education based on tennis etiquette. But I don't know about all that, because if you didn't bring it up beforehand, why is it a etiquette thing at this point? But yeah, so that was definitely a foul. But in the grand scheme of things, we now know who Taylor Townsend is. I seen like a Instagram video where she was out just like, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? And nobody even knew who she was. But now way more people know her name, will recognize her. So again, out of every negative situation your hater throws at you, you can come out triumphant. So I just say that to keep that in mind. So basically, F the haters. But yeah, that was crazy on that and how she did that. Next, we got She Got Game. And we found a new person that I've never heard of, but I've been hearing a lot about her. Her name is Tamara Humphreys. So y'all just check out this clip. She is 18 years old. She's a wrestler and she is a beast. And this is the kind of wrestling that I actually enjoy and like. A couple of months ago, we had Tamia Hawkins on the show talking about her and wrestling in high school. But I'm just like, I'm loving to see the diversity and the popularity that is rising with our Black girls getting into wrestling. And y'all see, she's wrestling girls, boys, everybody can get it. So, and how much strength that takes, that's amazing. They like, no, I don't want to fight you no more. But yeah, so shout out to Tamara Humphreys. She's in Pennsylvania. Amazing athlete. She's preparing to go to college. Look her up, check her out, because I think she has like a GoFundMe page as well, asking for donations just so she can travel and do all the things for these wrestling tournaments. But she's amazing. Recently, Shaquille O'Neal, he found her on Instagram and he purchased a new car for her. He got in touch with her parents, and that's what she wanted, needed. So he paid for her to get a new car. But that's dope. So shout out to Shaq. Shout out to you, Tamara Humphreys. She also has like some YouTube posts that she did, and I'm definitely showing it to my Girls for Life group because, again, it's all about those life lessons. She kind of gave tips that she wished somebody would have given her, started off in wrestling. So the biggest thing was about not comparing yourself to other people, as well as like her first time wrestling. Her stats was like she only had won 5 matches, lost 15. So it's not a, normally we say it's win or lose, but she was saying it's win and learn, win or learn. So even when it's not a loss, because as long as you learning something from it. So she is She Got Game. Shout out to her. I just started following her. I'm obsessed already. So she is dope. Love her. Keep it up. And if you didn't know about her, go look her up, y'all. She Got Game. And up next, we got We Run This. Do what? Okay. And my partner in crime on the ladies panel is unavailable right now, Bunny. So I am doing this solo YOLO. So this will be an abbreviated show, but we have this last topic of Rerun This. And this segment is basically if you were an owner, if you were in charge, what things would you change in regards to the sports world? One of my pet peeves I'm gonna go with is the NBA and I think it's where you can take like 2 timeouts in the last 2 minutes, or you could just, you know how they keep fouling. You lost. Just why do we have to keep running the clock down? I don't get that. If y'all know why we do that, that is annoying to me. Just let it be over and keep moving. It's like a big game of freeze tag. You get the ball in, slap. Okay, we got to do this. It's just It's annoying to me. So I don't know what the rule will be, but something to minimize that. It's just taking up time that is not necessary for no reason other than to annoy me clearly. So I would change that if I ran this. Also, y'all know I got to give a shout out to my favorite mascot, Ellie the elephant. I just found out that I don't know if it's really um who is under the Ellie the elephant or not, but I know they are from the Bronx. I know it's a team of Black women who basically give her persona and her swag and all that. So shouts out to them, because when I tell you I want to go to a Liberty game just for that reason, I'm like, I can't believe this elephant is giving me so much joy. So if you follow me, I post her at least once a week in her dance routines, trying to be down. I'm like, promise you that's my dream job in life, to be Ellie the elephant. But I just got word that my co-host will be joining me in a minute, because I did want to definitely talk about these WNBA playoffs. So if nothing else, maybe we can get into that since I brought up Ellie. Okay. You're watching Ladies Night on the Platform Sports Talk Show. Again, every Wednesday. Every Wednesday is the Platform Sports Talk Show, but every first Wednesday of the month is Ladies Night. So we thank you for tuning in. I thought I saw a comment, but maybe I didn't. Okay. What are y'all? Do y'all have some thoughts on the WNBA, the playoffs, NFL predictions, anything we talked about? Or what would you change if you ran this in the sports world? Y'all hit me up and make sure y'all comment and make this an interactive show, since I'm solo YOLO. And y'all know the producer is going to have a lot of payback when it comes to this. Okay. So we got our girl back. Hey, Bunny. Oh, you back on mute.
Very long commercial break. I'm not going to bore y'all. Just know, gotta love parenthood. Gotta love all the unexpectedness of parenthood. Just leave it like that. My apologies, but hey, I'm back. Hopefully my background won't get noisy again and all the shenanigans. So here we are. Thanks for holding it down, Jayonce. And if you say the producer will get you back, he's going to get payback. Nah, I got your back, sweetie. I got your back. So this is unscripted. Don't worry. I got you. Okay. Nah, don't worry. So I know you went over all our topics from the NFL predictions. You heard ours meaning Annie, your producer, mine, and then of course the man cave got yours in. So yes, I can't wait to have my subtitle keeps saying Bunny was right with these
I was
NFL
like,
picks.
as long as you heard the part where I said I'm more right than Bunny, then I can't wait to make another shirt for you.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves there, man. Let's not do that. Okay. Okay. So with that, sorry, I don't have anything in my cup. Just work for the water bottle. Couple of things. I'm gonna just do some hitters or some bullet points for y'all. Okay, just to recap everything you did and counter with some of the stuff you said. So
And we
what's in
saved
my
the
cup?
college football for you too.
Oh, you did. I was so thoughtful. What's in my cup? Breaking news with this Kawhi Leonard Clippers shenanigans. Yeah, it seems small to me. I'm like, well, that was what just coming out now, but it was from something from earlier this year, last year. Clippers not gonna go far in the playoffs anyway, but apparently, with this information coming out, NBA got to do investigation. Nothing new except if they get fined, meaning the Clippers get fined and get caught and the allegations are true about the circumventing salary cap, yeah, the hammer will be put down on the Clippers. Was it all worth it? That's my question. Was it worth it for Kawhi?
What happened? You got to fill me in. I didn't see. I didn't.
Oh, the cliff notes. So this report was leaked out this morning on the podcast about a company that the owner of the Clippers, Steve Ballmer, billionaire, he had another company back in 2021, and the synopsis is the league salary cap was like 180 something million. Kawhi wanted to, sign with the Clippers. They were courting him, but they didn't want to go over the salary cap. So to do that, he gets his regular league max he could get, but to get that extra money, they put it under that other company, other owner. But he wasn't actually an employee person. He didn't do any work. It's kind of like when people falsify invoices, making up a company and they paying themselves through falsifying documents, saying like the invoice was for somebody else and for them. It just stuff like that. So the point is, he was listed to get payments from his other company. That's how they gave the rest of that money, because as the Clippers organization, they couldn't give him all that he asked for because that'll put them over the cap. If you go over the salary cap, you got to pay a penalty.
Gotcha.
You're trying to avoid that. So if it is true and these allegations come out to say, yep, they're proving that the Clippers did this, the league is going to put the hammer on it because they won't want other teams doing the same thing. It's a $1 billion industry, and we don't need people trying to find loopholes, working around the rules for a reason. That helps keep teams competitive. Kind of opposite of what MLB is doing. Hence, they have no salary cap. And hence how a lot of their teams every year before the season starts aren't competitive. So that, and I'm saying that's big is more of the penalties that they can come down with. If the Clippers are accused of these allegations, draft picks more likely, because it's happened before, 20 plus years ago with the Minnesota Timberwolves. The person's contract got voided, they lost draft picks. I mean, get real ugly real fast. So, and so I keep asking, was it worth it? Kawhi has put them in a playoff, he's made them better, but then he also gets injuries. So anyway, we'll see. But that's definitely has people like, they be like, it's nothing to worry about. But now, again, it depends on what the penalties are if these allegations are true. All right. So that was in my cut. Next, you said we're gonna do college football, our takeaways.
Yep.
So so I always say on the show for college football, the SEC is number 1 for football. Then I say the Big 10. Now like the Big 16. Number 2, I guess the former Pac-12 was 3, or maybe even ACC. Now, with that being said, of course, the Big 12. That kind of rounds up the top 4, top 5 for conferences. So those schools are pretty much always in the top 10. You'll have at least SEC, Big 16 in there, a couple of Big 12. With the opening weekend, you had not 1, 2 SEC teams lose, okay? That's not normal. And the fact that one of them, the old creme de la creme plus powerhouse Alabama, lost to an unranked team in Florida State. So with that happening, and then, of course, everybody looking at Hook 'em Horns, Manny, baby brother, is leading that pack. They lost as well. Not in good fashion, but, it was a loss.
Right.
So that already has the rankings flip-flop. Now, again, when you start off with the first game of the seasons, of course, you don't have too much to go off of. You're just going off of the notoriety of the school and maybe a couple of the draft signings they had. But, it's TBD, and that's what happened. Now, Ohio State, it's Ohio State, defending national champs. They did what they're supposed to do. They whipped up on their competition. Other thing is, for some of these other top, not just 10, but top 25, had easy first game like the Mizzou. They play University of Central Arkansas. Of course, they're gonna whoop up on them because they're not on a competitive level as Mizzou. I don't have anything wrong with that as your first, even second games of your season. So when you do competitive games like a Texas playing or even Alabama playing against Florida State, even though they weren't ranked, they're still a D1 school, so you know the level is going to be better. It just was not expected. That's how I say that. And of course, the icing on the cake. I mean, I'm not a Patriots fan. I wasn't for or against them. Definitely Tom Brady's years, he was, just running through everybody, but everybody talking about Belichick being the best coach out there, right? Of course, when Peyton left from the Patriots, Belichick wasn't winning anymore. So now he took his talents to UNC, and what happened? They got their asses whooped. I mean, whooped. And everybody's like, whoa, Belichick, even though this is college, y'all didn't just lose, you got your asses whooped.
Right.
So these are different little headlines. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I'm not a Belichick hater. I'm not for or against him, but it was proven when Brady left, he still could be a good coach, but he has to have a talent that he's not going to be a winner. So I don't know what kind of talent North Carolina has. They were ranked last year a little bit lower in the top 25, but I don't know. Well, that's to be determined. But he definitely got some work to do.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So while we're talking about it, let's see what week number 2 top 25 rankings are looking like, Thanks, Shaq. So, rounding out this top 25, if you see, and the other one that was a unfortunate who lost was Notre Dame, but Notre Dame lost to a ranked team, which was who did Notre Dame lose to? Miami. That's legit. All right, because they're both top 10. I'll take that, and still have them ranked. Now, we'll see if other people agree with this or not. Let's just look at Ohio State. Can they won and defending champs? They're still living up to it. Penn State ranked 2. That's interesting. LSU, I can see that. Georgia 4. It was funny with the whole Miami and the Notre Dame. You remember they had a big rivalry back in the early 90s, and that title, when I saw the 30 for 30 on them, I didn't realize how bad the rivalry went. Where, Miami was into trouble a lot with their players, getting in trouble with the law, and it wasn't always their fault. But in general, they were always grabbing headlines. So it was the convicts versus Catholics. That was me, but it was funny. And that was a documentary, and they broke it down. It's like, okay, so now with that rematch,
never forget it now. Like they knew what they was doing.
Convicts versus Catholic, that is so wrong, inappropriate, but it's funny. But with that, and then think about it, after a few years, change of coaching, and then players weren't getting recruited like they were from the Florida area, Miami went down. Now they're relevant again, and that rivalry, hopefully, is coming back. But anyway, so again, Texas lost, but they still have them ranked. If you play good competitive teams, even if you lose week 1, week 2, it wouldn't be that bad for you dropping in the rankings. South Carolina's number 10. That's big because last year they were not ranked because they had one close game in Mizzou and they beat us, but they have done a lot over the all season, I guess, to get in the top 10. So, but this goes to show you, even from 11 through 25, again, these teams are coming from Big 10 / Big 16. Because even Arizona State, they used to be part of the Pac-12, and now they're part of Big 10. I know it's still weird getting used to that when the Pac-12 kind of just fell apart and dismantled. A lot of those teams from the Pacific and West Coast went into the Midwest and stuff, so it's kind of weird seeing that. Anyway, Florida State, Michigan. I still say Michigan's going to rise up further in the rankings. Again, Iowa State, SMU, these Big 12, Oklahoma, Big 12 schools. A&M, Ole Miss, SEC, Alabama, Tennessee, SEC, Indiana, Big 12. I mean, Texas Tech, Utah. Texas Tech is Big 12 or SEC. Utah, I want to say, I forgot what they are. But it proves my point when I tell you with the top 1 5 conferences, pretty much everybody's in one. Notre Dame's independent in football still. I still kind of group them with the Big 12, but I mean the Big 10. But this is definitely interesting to see. And I guarantee you by the end of September, we're going to have this top 10 shuffle again. So we're talking about in 3
You
weeks.
think Alabama is still
different.
relevant?
You said what?
You think Alabama is still like relevant?
Oh, hell yeah. If they have a losing season this year because of the notoriety for them in football and the base of fans, supporters, alumni, they'll still have relevance. You still need them because they're still attracting people. Now, the opponents, definitely the opponents' fan base will see them lose because Alabama was dominant within the last 10 years. Okay. Basically said Saban got there and now Saban's gone. So now this is the next talk. You're going to hear the whispers and eventually it's going to become a full-fledged conversation. I just said if Alabama has a losing season, their coaches, and they may even do it in the middle of the season if it gets bad early. That fan base ain't no joke. The alumni ain't no joke. And part of the reason that Saban left, it wasn't like he's burnt out. He didn't know how to compete with NIL. Everybody's not going to get drafted, not drafted. Want to go to Alabama, they can go to other schools to get paid. You wanted the big D1 schools to get the TV time, to make sure you can get draft picks. You wanted good coaching, but you definitely wanted to be, or you can be definitely on draft boards. Now, you get paid now, don't have to worry about just always just getting drafted and getting paid now. You don't have to just want to go to Alabama or Michigan. You can go to other D1 schools that are not just so dominant and still be successful. And that's why I figured Saban retire. He wasn't just burnt out. He couldn't compete because now his talent pool of getting any player he want was dwindling. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's that. What else we got for y'all? So, yeah, we'll see in 3 weeks, y'all. End of September. That top 10 is going to look different. We know the top 25 will. There's going to be some people drop off, and a couple of teams that were notables will get in there. For the producers, hometown state school, Mizzou, is TBD. You know, their quarterback got injured, and the quarterback competition that they had now was just obvious. Blow from Penn State, he was a transfer. This is his time to shine. You don't have to worry about that quarterback competition since Horn is done for the season. So
yeah, that's
what
what my
mom
mom
to handle the reins and get to it, and let's just get this MIZ train rolling through. Okay. So let's do a little pivot from wide receivers. You know, they do their little drills and they pivot. Let's pivot on to some hoops because we are in September. You know what that is? Playoffs, WNBA, baby. So I mentioned, could this be the best WNBA playoffs yet? Now look, the defending champs, Minnesota Lynx, they are of course not just gonna skate on through playoffs and whoop up everybody. No, they're gonna face some good competition. Now,
Liberty is the champs, but
I'm sorry, the Liberty are the champs. The Lynx are supposed to be their biggest competition from the other conference. I think. You don't think the Lynx? You don't think so?
No, I'm saying yes. I agree.
Oh, okay.
No,
so with that, we are looking at when did the playoffs start?
The 19th is it or the 14th?
I was trying to look at.
I know the regular season is over the 11th because that's my anniversary. So that's
why. They did that just for y'all. Ain't that so sweet?
It is only like what, a 4-day break between that and when the playoffs start. Oh,
that's okay though, because right now the league is at 16. So we're doing. I'm trying to find the standings, y'all. Bear with me. Here we go. So with the standings, we have so 14 teams. 13, 14. So with that, I know I'm not as young as Beyonce, so my eyes, bear with
Well,
me
we
here.
got Aces, Dream, Mercury, Liberty. I mean, well, not Liberty, but well, we already know that. I'm just saying them three are tied for the second seed spot.
Right, so they're definitely in. So like, who would they be playing? But to go with the matchups, because we said, is this going to be the best one to date? I mean, you're looking at some good games. The Atlanta Dream, I was sleeping on them. I'll admit it. I did not think they would be in the playoffs because they were just, bad just a couple of seasons ago. But they turned that ship around. I'll say that. With everybody else that's playoff bound, Lynx, the Aces, Phoenix Mercury, New York Liberty, Golden State, Valkyries. Is that how you pronounce it?
Valkyries.
Valkyries, Seattle Storm, and is the Indiana Fever going to be able to make it? I don't know.
Well, that's the thing for me coming into this, not being like a avid WNBA watcher, but it's still some teams only have 2 games left for the season. Some teams still got 4 games of the season. So I'm like, well, why is it such a broad? We got like 8 days and all this got to be wrapped up. So it's interesting. It could just go anywhere.
It keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Exactly. I'm like, come on now. Y'all stressed out. Meanwhile, the Aces was over there chilling. They making TikToks about what type of person they like and how they dress. And like other teams is fighting for their life right now.
I mean, but that's part of the territory. That's why if you get into the playoffs, you get more of your starters to get more bench times and to get rested for the playoffs. I mean, on the men's side, they do the same thing. And they can laugh and giggle more on the sideline because they did their job on the regular season. Got enough wins where they don't have to fight for their life. You don't want to have to fight for your life. You want to be able to chill so they can go all in because playoffs is what? Win or go home. There's no tomorrow. Regular season, you still have game after game. You're building up those wins so you can cruise and not have to.
Well, did you hear
dog tired going into the playoffs?
What's in my cup? Because I talked about the Minnesota Lynx and the Seattle Storm game and how they was chilling a little too much. You don't allow nobody to come whoop your tail on home court just because you in the lead. No, I feel like you still should have went harder than that. Like there's no way they should have been able to come back and do the electric slide on your home court.
Electric slide.
No, we ain't doing that. I don't care how the stats are. That's just disrespectful. Maybe if they was at they home court, fine, but on nah.
Well, you said they should have went harder. I mean, either the coaching could have said that, the coaching staff in general, and players like or they maybe didn't emphasize it. I don't know what the locker room is like and the culture, but bet you they won't let that happen again, though. Okay. You get a home field whooping, it don't taste good. You don't want that again. So you're gonna fix your and get that right, ladies. Okay. But when you're talking about doing the TikTok, I like the fun side of stuff too. Don't forget, still trying to get new fans, engagement. So doing TikTok to that's not bad. Remember, I was still loving from the All-Star game. That whole feed over the weekend, I was here for it. Enjoyed every minute of that. Okay. If I'm still talking about that, and that was back in July, I'm telling you, I was like, oh, I need to do this more often. I mean, I know that can't be in party fun atmosphere, especially when you compete and you got to get in game mode, but just to see the other side of them was fun, exciting, and again, that'll help draw in new fans. So I don't want to hit on the TikTok just yet. Now, if your game ain't matching what you should be doing and y'all not winning, then pump the brakes. Okay. We got to win first. No matter what we trying to fan engage, we win first. Okay. Everybody loves to win.
But will we have a double standard if it was like the NBA or other people doing it?
Hell yeah. You shoot, I didn't even see that with MLB play. Listen. Yes. And I won't say a double standard. I will say men get, and especially certain markets. Y'all know, let's specify for basketball. The tough markets, Philly fans is brutal no matter what sport you in, okay? And so on the men's side, Philadelphia 76ers, oh, they fans is pissed. And I would be too. Ever since they got Embiid, right? Savior of the franchise. Get them actually back in the playoffs, get going. He's had injuries. Then he's doing good. But then it's like, what's what the rest of the team is doing? So my point is, I won't say they was always kick-cackling on the sidelines, but at the same time, sometimes people like, are y'all looking serious enough? Like y'all care? Y'all barely get into playoffs and then y'all showing up like trash.
Right.
So I don't even say it's a double standard. Let's take that off. No. I think it's equal opportunity. Straight up. And when I say MLB, again, I've seen, heard the comments and everything. And I'm not just talking about Cardinals fans. You see somebody losing because you know a lot of times in the MLB, they have to sit around when they're on offense. So they're sitting around in the dugout, play jokes, all this and that, even if they're losing. Even if they have a losing record that's hitting, they still do that. And some fans like, man, I don't want to see the giggles. I want to see y'all winning. Now, if they were filling up seats, then more than likely they're winning. But if you have an empty stadium and y'all clowning in the dugout, heck,
Right.
y'all fans are gonna be mad at
whole
y'all.
problem.
Don't want to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? So
Fact.
yeah, I won't just say it's a double standard. It's equal opportunity.
I
Again,
respect
everybody loves a winner. Maybe your first couple years, if you're a new franchise, new into the city, you're gonna have everybody all on board, happy, just supporting the hometown team. Ask the City SC Club for St. Louis. Third year now, first year, winning out the woodwork, right? Got in the playoffs and we lost. Last 2 seasons aren't winning. They firing the director, firing coaches, 2 different coaches. Oh, they know that new car smell is about to wear off, so they got to fix it real fast.
Yeah. Yep. Who you going with to win for the WNBA? Who's your team?
I want her to be able to pull it off her, meaning because I feel even though Asia has support, that's still my girl. I want her to be able to. I don't know them links, y'all. The Minnesota links ain't no point in the feature, baby. It just, whew.
Yeah. And in my mind, Courtney is like my friend. Like I just want to call her. Like, where we going tonight?
Yeah, like you can send her a text right now or something, right?
Yes, they're my peoples. So, but I love me some Asia. But I'm sorry.
Right. But in notice who I said, not even to the Liberty, and they're defending champs. So can the Liberty defend? Yes, but I'm just still got a little hope that Ace is somebody from the West is gonna come pull this off and shut the Liberty down. But TBD, honey. But I'm gonna go for the Aces. Come on, ladies, y'all can do it.
Okay. Great.
What else on my bullet points? What's the other topics you're ready?
Did you have a She Got Game or a Fouled Out that you
I saw the highlight with the tennis. Did I see that? Because Naomi Osaka, she's playing right now that she already winning her matches. She got some tennis game. Naomi Osaka.
Yeah. I know she played Coco Gauff last weekend, right? And won it.
It's tied right now for the second set. Her against Mukova. But she definitely got a game. Naomi Osaka, remember, she had the baby a few years ago that she's dealing with mental breaks she needed from the game and media. My baby's come back with a vengeance. I'm like, yes. I was so sad to see Coco Gauff lose against her, but I'm happy either way because diversity. Love it for us. Yes.
Exactly.
Yep. Yes, honey. Yes, I'm here for it. So yes, Naomi Osaka got game. Give it to her, honey. I hope she gets to pull this off, baby. Okay. Then the quarterfinal match. So Naomi wins tonight's sets. Then she goes to the semifinals. So we room for you, Naomi. Pull it off, honey. Fouled out. I won't say it's fouled out, but your girl, WNBA player. All right, Angel Reese. Yeah, she is sick of y'all in Chicago. Y'all don't straighten up. She wants to, in so many words, take her talents elsewhere.
Yeah.
She is sick. I mean, it's nothing like, oh, she just had a locker talking to journalists, overheard her, and they leaked it. My girl went straight to the media and said it. I was like, damn.
I know.
I don't like that, but it made me frustrated. I don't know. Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Howl out, man. Can you just keep that with you and your agent or something? You got to put that out there already, because then I don't know.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't know if it's a good look. The way they
Yeah. And you still only, 2 years into the league, and you still gonna have to work with people on your team if you stay in there next season. You're gonna have to work with these people. They may be your teammates again in another team, but you don't want to lose them, and definitely don't want the organization badmouth. They may have to pick you up again for another season. You don't know, and just have a foul taste in their mouth dealing with you, baby.
It's like you gotta be strategic. Even in the words of my forever first lady, I mean, like she said, when they go low, you got high, but she also meant it from a strategic standpoint. Like, I can't come at you until I know I can one up you. So until you can do that, keep your mouth closed.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, keep with your agent. You can tell the organization, because you are the ones that are drawing people to come to your games. I just don't like when you go to the media with it. No matter what player, no matter what
reputation that you just, it's too much.
I know some people do it for the attention because it gets people going and talking. Okay, we gotta make moves, but I still never liked it, no matter what sport it is. That's why I'm like, we got beef, keep that in house. But sometimes that's a cry for help, I guess. But again, she's 2 years in the league, though. Some people are like, you ain't pay your dues enough to sit there and start whining. You ride it out.
Has she done anything that astonishing? Like, I don't know if you get to come in and big dog everybody at this point. Like, you still kind of proving yourself and building your team and all this kind of stuff. So why?
And even if she has, again, some of the vets are gonna be like, you need to pay your dues. You think all of us came in on winning teams? And some may have looked up and did, but most don't. Have got traded and stuff before they thought, saw success. So that's why I said, no matter what the sport is, I don't like when they go straight to the media. Again, that could be that cry for help, but to me, it's the other ways. I mean, I'm not behind closed doors and meetings and all that's going on, but I don't know, man. It's not a good look, but we shall see, honey. Maybe they will change after all for her and get better players around her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they found out on that one, though. Okay, what else am I missing?
We run this.
Of course, we run this. Oh, we run this. Gotta let them know what we run this. What would I do if I was over a league? Let's say, I don't know. We saw the clip earlier of our star tennis player, Miss Townsend, getting, I don't want to say scolded by her opponent after she whooped up on her on the tennis court. And she didn't get a fine, a penalty, nothing. Oh, no. If somebody come to you crazy, you have the right to go crazy right back at them. And the person going crazy to you first definitely needs to be paying some fines, definitely needs to do a public apology in front of all the cameras. Okay? Like, that is unacceptable. I don't care if you lost. It happens all the time, but lose with dignity. And if the shoe was on the other foot, Townsend would have gotten trashed and drugged, the tongue-tied, would have gotten drugged through the media. But because it's the other player from another country, she can use his words, and they're, people try to cover it well. She not from here, so she didn't realize, what she's saying. She has no education, this and that. F that. You had bad intentions from the beginning. You knew it, and you're using your finger. Any woman watching, even men, y'all know how us ladies are. You see this finger going, nothing's good coming from that conversation.
That's a controversy. Okay? Regardless of where you're from, that's universal for you.
I don't care what language you speak or don't speak. This is universal. Okay? And when from you a child, you know about this finger, okay? Because when your mama, grandma, auntie, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. That's what I had mentioned it earlier, saying, was it racism, bad sportsmanship, all of the above. Like, you just mad because you lost. Like, it wasn't even that necessary. But like, well, it wasn't necessary at all. But like, why? And I totally agree with you. Like, they do fines and penalties for everything for way less, but yet you can talk crazy.
Yeah, so that's why
You'll
I'm like,
think,
I'm
you'll think a little
commissioner.
longer, a little harder before you pop off.
Yes. So if I'm commissioner, we run this. Yes. Even on the men's side, they want to get out of pocket. That person has every right to get back at you, but you better get on a public apology. And you getting fined wherever the pot was for that tennis open.
Mhm.
Find that amount. You better find
Yeah.
a way to get that money. Okay. But and it goes to that player because it's saying this is ridiculous. And
Yeah.
then it took away the disagreement they had with more of Townsend won. But we keep capturing this, and this is what, and I get it, you want headlines, but it was already more people attending this open a long time on the women's side. You already had more viewers. So that all her little pity party she lost wasn't even necessary. Don't take away from my girl Townsend. She
Right.
beat you, she won, great. And I can't wait to see her further down the road and have more success. But that's why I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't even heard of Townsend before, but I'm glad she did what she did. And I look at her body shape like a Serena built baby. Yes, a diversity. It ain't just color, it's the shape.
And a mom herself too. So
yes.
But that was the good thing out of all of it. Like I said, that just raised awareness about her, and now she got 1 million more followers out of it and more notoriety. So that's why I was like, let your haters be the footstool.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so take that trash to whatever country she was from. Was she Russian, I think? Whatever she was, take that back there, honey. Don't bring that over here. Do not bring that energy this way. Because when we say, I'm a macho energy. And I know Townsend had to be cool and calm, collective with it, because she was, exchanging words back with her too, and she had to be calm, collective, but let them cameras not be rolling. I said this is the universal language, honey. We can get more than one. We can do both hands. I ain't say we gotta be violent, but you gonna hear my message loud and clear. Okay?
Right.
No interpreter needed.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, what else? Did I get all our bullet points? Did I hit them all?
Yep.
Okay.
Got
For people
everything
that brave the journey with us, and again, sorry for the delay earlier, but hey, we came back. Again, the producer can't come for Jayance because I got you back. You cannot get paid back, girl. No, we got him. Okay, don't worry about it. It's all good. Again, your anniversary coming up too, so he can't get on the on your bad side if he want to have a good anniversary. Okay.
There you go.
Take notes. You hear that, producer?
It's still my birthday season.
Right. It's still birthday season. Don't get it twisted. But everyone, again, thank you for tuning in and watching. Of course, we're across all social media platforms. You said, what? I just tuned into y'all on Facebook. Don't worry. You don't have to just wait to Facebook. You can always tune in on IG, on X, formerly known as Twitter, and of course, YouTube. And when you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and click on that bell. Now, we're here on Ladies Night, the first Wednesday of the month, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But you're like, I missed a live show. Don't worry, we got you. Hot 365 Radio plays replay of our show on Sundays at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, you're like, okay, well, is it just always a ladies' night? Of course. We just that great, but we like to share the space. So the fellas hold it down on the last Wednesday of the month on the Man Cave. I mean, they had some good stuff here and there. I tuned in last week for a hot second messing with them. So, they all right. Oh, our faithful viewer, Miss Dub, says, a birthday means you survived another year. That's a reason to celebrate. That's dedicated to our great panelist, Miss Jayance. And We are happy to see you all on the other Wednesdays of the month on the Platform Sports Talk Show. So, with that being said, as our producer says, we are the best panel of ladies who love sports. And we can't wait to see y'all next month on the first Wednesday. Thank you for watching. Birthday Princess, have a great one.
What you have just experienced was brought to you by Smoooth Productions. Until next time, stay tuned and stay smooth.